Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. It's your girl, Blessed Butterfly Tarot, here with another pick a card. So I really just kind of wanted to just do an energy check and see what messages that spirit had for you or has for you. Just coming up for the next 30 days. Now, it's not necessarily a monthly reading. I know it's 30 days, but it's just whatever message spirit wants to relay to you through me. So I have three groups here ready. This is group one, this is group number two, and this is group number three. I didn't use any crystals or any objects or anything like that. I wanted you guys to go ahead and use your intuition just to kind of see use your intuition and see where is spirit pulling you and just what messages that they have for you. Okay, so I'll see you in your reading. You can pause the video right now if you want to, but I'm just going to go ahead and start with pile number one. Okay, pile number one. This is your reading for the next 30 days and just whatever messages that spirit wants to use me to relay to you. So for the first card, what we have is, oh, interesting, Pisces, sensitize. I'm actually pretty new to this deck, so what I'm picking up energetically, honestly, this is giving me kind of relationship. It can be platonic or romantic in nature. What it's really telling me is that for the next 30 days, you and your partner are going to be more in tune with each other's emotions, and just kind of having like intuitive messages from each other. You guys could be connecting in the 5D, is what I'm picking up. You could have dreams about your future partner if you're not already with somebody. Let's see, this flower here is honestly making me think of intimacy. So intimacy could be like even deeper, more spiritual. Let me just check the book and just see what the actual guidebook has to say, because that's just what I'm picking up intuitively. Hold on one second. Okay, so the guidebook says Pisces asks us to swim in the ambient pool of emotion and be moved to compassionate action. With Pisces, think of a vast watery landscape with streams meandering over fields through ponds and swamps, where the different elements and diverse species flow together in one subtle, boundaryless, and fertile landscape. Appreciate all the diverse voices in this situation and take them as tributaries to your river. This complex ecology has so much more to say and is so much more robust than any simple monoculture. The situation you are facing is also subtle and complex, but that is its strength. This moment calls for finer perceptions, a more sensitive microphone. Be as aware of other people's feelings as you are your own, but know whose feelings are whose. Track carefully what you soak up from others and what is true to your own wellspring. Learn to honor a twin perception that we are both individual cells with our own work to do, and that our cells are embedded in the body of creation. Healthy boundaries help us do our individual work. Spiritual practice can help us shift our perception from one cell mind to our role in the body of the one. Okay, so this was a lot of words, and honestly, I'm just going to go with what I had said intuitively, which is just about relationships and picking up on each other's mindsets. So honestly, the words from the book is kind of telling me not to lose yourself in one another, and just to have those boundaries in relationships, because as a Scorpio myself, I know that sometimes I can get lost in relationships, and I definitely tend to immerse myself into my partner, and you know, we do tend to be obsessive as Scorpios. Maybe I shouldn't speak for everybody and just speak for myself. But I know Pisces, even though I don't have any 12th house placements, you know I have that tendency myself. So let's pick up on some tarot and see what messages tarot has for us. Okay, so I went ahead and shuffled the cards. You guys, I'm really sorry about the whole camera angle thing. It's just, I figure, let me go ahead and explain. The holder that I have for my camera, I'm still in the process of moving, so I haven't had a chance to set it up yet. So I've been doing video shorts. If you haven't seen my channel, until I get everything set up. But I don't know, I just felt drawn to do this reading for you guys. So yeah, so here we have the Seven of Wands in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Death in reverse, and on the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, so this is really interesting, especially given the light of that Pisces sensitive card originally, because the Knight of Swords, I do not see that as a very sensitive type of card at all. So you guys might be called to be more sensitive in your situations, okay? So it's really giving me the sense that there could be a relationship or just someone, romantic or not, you guys. It doesn't always have to be romantic, even though those are the most complex relationships. So people do tend to watch readings for those. But I don't know about you guys, but I have complex family relationships, so it could be for anything, just depending on what you're watching it for. But there is a relationship that I'm seeing that is just kind of getting played, is the word that's kind of coming to mind. You know, I'm just kind of feeling energy of going in circles a little bit. Oh, even with this yin yang Pisces symbolism here with the fish, they're like going in circles. So it's feeling like cycles kind of never ending with a certain person. And sometimes you guys get impatient. Either you get impatient with them or they get impatient with you, or both. And there are like some harsh words that get said. And Spirit, it seems like Spirit is kind of saying like to sensitize yourself, drop your defenses. I'm really getting a sense of like apologizing for some reason with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse here. It's giving me this energy of like just, you know, just presenting that pentacle to the other person. And it's really also giving me the energy that it might be slow in coming. It might be difficult for you to apologize, or it might be difficult for your partner to apologize to you. But I do see that it is coming, just a little bit slower than it, you know, than what you could be comfortable with. So just try not to push the other person. Like I said before, just be in tune with their emotions. And it's giving me the sense that once you kind of like drop your defenses, then they drop their defenses. And like it will help with this cycle of like push pull. Okay, is really what I'm getting. So I'm really seeing where communication and listening, not just communicating, I'm really picking up that actually toning down on the communication and kind of picking up on your partner's body language, undertones, you know, things that they aren't verbally saying is really going to help you. Just kind of reading between the lines. Now, I know that can be kind of frustrating, but, you know, sometimes there is more said in the silence versus the actual words, you know? So this is really the advice that I'm seeing here for your group. Let's see what other messages Spirit will have for you. I'm just going to shuffle some tea leaf fortune cards for you guys and see what additional messages Spirit has for you, okay? Okay, so very interesting. So we have Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. I don't know why, but that card always trips me out. Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. That makes so much sense. That makes so much freaking sense. Club, someone will try to make you do something against your will. And Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Okay, so these 4 cards really are very interesting, especially in light of the reading that we just had. So, Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Okay, we'll leave that for last. Okay, let's focus on these 3 cards here, because what I'm getting, and you know, it's really interesting because I was picking up like some anxiety with this Knight of Swords here, but like this Knight of Swords here really like said a lot. And I really feel like it speaks to these last 3 cards here. Just kind of feeling like your partner is forcing you into doing something you don't want to do, or maybe you're feeling forced by your partner or whatever person that came to mind that is doing that they're forcing you to do something that you don't want to do. But it could even be external people who are probably giving you bad advice. This is something that I'm also picking up as well. And honestly, I'm kind of getting a little bit of a lack of personal satisfaction in your relationship with that Barrel card. So, you know, that's where, you know, like I was just picking up this just kind of aggressive energy here. Honestly, you know, what just came to mind is something like even career wise. Wow, I don't know why, but that just came up into my mind here with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse here. It could even be something with your career. You guys probably are not even satisfied with your career. Yeah, and that sensitized card is giving a whole new meaning to me, and just kind of picking up on your own intuition as to what you should do moving forward, and just the type of communication that you can have with, like, say, authoritative figures at your job, say, for example, administration or your supervisor. You could even be trying to ask for a type of raise is another message that I'm picking up. So you could be just overall dissatisfied with the amount of pay that you guys have at your job as well. So just kind of like having that communication, just kind of like presenting in a, what's coming to mind is just kind of like a humble yet strong energy is what I'm picking up. Just kind of like presenting that type of energy to whoever's in charge of, you know, giving you a raise. Just kind of presenting with that type of energy is really going to do you well. And of course, you're going to have a lot of anxiety about that. I get it. But, you know, if you're not satisfied, I mean, Spirit is saying that you should do something about it, okay? And here, you know, doing something against your will, I mean, hey, you know, we have to wake up and show up every day for work as well, okay? So this Rabbit, like I said, this card always trips me out. It really, too much concern with sexual matters. Okay, so you know the rabbit is a universal sign of fertility. And what is it like? What's the word? Going off like rabbits or doing it like rabbits. Is really what's coming to mind, but it honestly it doesn't even give me sexual matters in that traditional sense. It's giving me just kind of overindulgence is really what I'm seeing. And weirdly enough, alcohol is actually coming to mind. So just kind of hedonistic values or just kind of hedonistic ventures is really what I'm thinking of. Just overindulgence in things that may or may not be good for you. Like they're good for you in moderation, but obviously in excess, it can really, do some harm. So yeah, so that's really what I'm picking up, and um, just kind of take it easy, pile one, all right? So just do everything in moderation and just don't become obsessive like how I spoke about at the beginning of the reading, because especially with this Pisces card here, water signs, we do tend to be a little bit on the obsessive side. So just kind of take it easy, take it in moderation, be sensitive to your mind, your body, your spirit, as far as like what is the best solution in whatever situation it is that you are inquiring about. So I really hope that you guys resonated with this reading. Again, I do apologize about the angle of the camera. I promise I'm getting my stuff together. And I'll do better next time, I promise. Okay, so I really hope it resonated with you. Just continue to show me some support. Leave a comment in the comment section. Click like, share, whatever it is that is easiest for you. And I hope to catch you soon. Bye. Okay, so pile number 2, this is going to be a reading. I want to start off by apologizing first and foremost for the camera. I am in the process of moving, so my equipment is packed up and I haven't had a chance to put everything together. And I just had a baby. So things have been kind of hectic on my end, but I said, let me go ahead and do this reading for you guys because I just really felt pulled into doing so. Okay, so pile number 2, let's just go ahead and get started with your reading. I hope you connect to these messages. If not, then this is not the message for you, or this is not the reading for you, but I do hope to see you again in the future, okay? So pile number 2, your card is Jupiter Abundance. Ooh, and you know what? This is like my first time actually really looking at this card. This is so pretty. So honestly, this is really making me think of not just abundance in the sense of financial, although it could be financial, but this is really giving me the sense of like physical. And Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius in the 9th house. So it's really giving me this sense of like travel. Yeah, and like with this wine here, with the grapes and the pumpkin, is really giving me this sense of like travel, you guys. I'm sorry, this is the message that I'm picking up, even though that may or may not be exactly what this card means. I am just picking up intuitively. So I am picking up travel. Just you guys kind of enjoying like luxury stuff. So I'm really kind of getting like posh hotels, kind of having dinner with family, friends, eating good food, just really enjoying just kind of like the physical pleasures of life. and just really, and not even feeling guilty about it, and really just having this sense of like, yeah, I deserve this, because you know, you really put in a lot of work and effort into where you are right now. So it's just kind of giving me this feeling of just kind of kicking back and really enjoying it. Like, you put in that hard work, you know, you put in that blood, sweat, and tears, and so now you're kind of finally getting to like really indulge, is really what I'm feeling. And of course, in order to do that, a lot of the times we have to have that financial, um, you know, the financial capability to even enjoy some of those things, right? Because I mean, it's hard to have good food, unfortunately, because here in the United States, anyway, depending on where you're watching, but here in the United States, anyway, um, in order to eat more healthy, you do have to have better finances. So, unfortunately, being healthy can cost a pretty penny. But I'm seeing here that that's not even an issue for you. I'm seeing where, like, you can pay certain bills and, you know, buy certain things without even having to, like, really think twice about it. I'm seeing here where like things are just kind of like an overflow. Yes, it's really kind of giving your cup runneth over type of energy. You know, with this gold here around the Jupiter planet, and it's really just giving like just luxury. Yeah. So let's see what tarot has to say for you guys. Okay, great. So here we have the Moon, the Four of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. So this is actually really interesting, especially given the light of the oracle card that we have picked up here at the beginning. So, like with this Ten of Wands here, on the bottom of the deck, it's really giving that you guys just have a lot on your plate. So you guys, like I said before, you know, I just was getting that energy that you guys were really putting in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, was exactly what I said, into your whatever it is that you're working on. You guys could be homemakers, you guys could be working on your career or working on a business idea or something like this with this Page of Wands. I don't know why, but it always gives me the idea of like starting a new business. Um, but it could be something else. You know, like a relationship or something like that. But anyway, whatever it is that you guys have been starting on or working on, it's really giving that you guys have, you know, just kind of had enough of too much work and not enough play, is really what I'm kind of getting here. And like, even though this Moon card is here, I'm not getting it in the negative sense. So we have Pisces energy here, heavy. So you could have Jupiter transiting your 12th house, or your 12th house, or your second house also is what I'm getting. But anyway, with this Moon here, it's really not giving me like a negative sense of like illusion. It's really kind of giving me of like pursuing your dreams and your goals, and maybe not even being satisfied with where you are currently, but just kind of making that decision like, okay, you know what, I've put in quite a bit of work, and you know, if I'm putting in all this work, I don't want to get burned out. So I'm seeing where you guys are really being cognizant and being aware, self-aware of yourself, and trying not to burn yourselves out. So you're looking to just kind of like enjoy the fruits of your labor up to this point, you know, because I'm seeing here that it's actually going to work out for you in your favor. Just like not burning out, pacing yourself, taking it one step at a time and being careful not to overexert yourself to the point where like you get discouraged. Okay, so yeah, just kind of going out to eat, relaxing, taking a mini staycation or something along those lines where you can kind of like give yourself that rest and rejuvenation, especially for your mind and your body, so that you can go ahead and continue for the long haul. Because whatever this is, it requires a lot of work, a lot of patience too, is also what I'm getting. Um, you know, because if you're not careful, you could be burning the candle at both ends and burn out, and then you've given up on your goals, on your dreams, and and you aren't even halfway there yet. So yeah, this is actually really good advice that, hey, I mean, even I might need sometimes, because I know I tend to put a lot on my plate. Um, and you guys might be the type to put a lot on your plate as well. So yeah, Jupiter probably is transiting your second house or even your 10th house as well, because that 10th house of work hard, play hard is really what is coming to mind here. So just kind of like, yes, because this moon here is kind of giving me like a little bit of like a frolicky type of energy. It's so weird how that works, you just kind of pick up on the energy. Maybe because it's like with this Four of Cups here and like the Page of Wands, which is like a very fun-loving type of energy. So it's kind of giving me like, yeah, like rest and relaxation, being in a jacuzzi, being in a pool with someone you care about, or hey, even by yourself. Um, yeah, I'm not going to say exactly what came to mind here, but you can put two and two together, you guys. But yeah, just kind of work hard, play hard. Not burning the candle at both ends. It's very straightforward as far as I'm concerned, and as far as like what I'm picking up here. Yeah, just enjoying yourself and not overworking yourself, because you might have a tendency to do so. Okay, so let's see what additional messages we can bring here. I have some tea leaf fortune cards that I'm going to go ahead and shuffle, and I'll be right back. One moment. This is the cards that I picked up from the Tea Leaf Oracle cards, and I promise you guys I shuffled these cards, but these cards couldn't go with your reading any better if I handpicked them, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, like this oracle deck has about 200 cards, and I kid you not. So like, to go through all that when I have two little kids is so time consuming. I promise you guys I shuffled. Okay, but with this whole thing with my equipment down, I can't shuffle on camera, so you just have to take my word for it. All right, so the first card that we have is Star, Guaranteed Success. Like, what have I been saying this entire reading? Table, Hard Work Ahead, which was that 10 of Wands. Oh, I'm so sorry. I put away your cards. I didn't even mean to, but I'll take them back out. It's okay. And Younger Man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. Okay, so that could be that Page of Wands energy that I was picking up. Let me see. Let me go ahead and put these cards back out, because I had put them away by mistake. I'm so sorry. Yes. Oh my God. That could be that Page of Wands that I was picking up. Yeah, I was like, okay, this is like a fun energy with that Page of Wands. Okay. So, I might have some cougars in this pile. That's okay. Listen, that's okay, No judgment here. But yeah, sorry you guys. I'm just my little ones are taking a nap, so I'm just like listening. Okay, so we're awake from our nap. So anyway, yeah, so like with the hard work ahead and guaranteed success, yeah, so you guys are pretty much guaranteeing your success by taking those well-needed breaks, okay? And not overworking yourself. So this younger man could be somebody who is there that is going to either help you with your load, or it's just somebody that you're going to have fun with. Um, so sorry about that, you guys. My 3-year-old just woke up from a nap, but anyway, so that's really interesting because I was getting like such a positive energy from the moon card, you know, just kind of like working towards your dreams. That's the word I was looking for. It's like it's giving me like a dreamy energy, like a midnight sky type of energy. um so yeah, so like just kind of working on your dreams and like slowly but surely getting there. Sorry, but it is a whole day later, and my 2-year-old came in and messed up all of my tea leaf oracle cards. Just this one was left. And like I said, I'm so sorry, but I am not going to go through 200 cards just to look for specific ones. Like that's that's very inauthentic to me. So I just kind of left the one that was left here with the rest of the cards. So yeah, so like I was saying, you guys are being relieved of you guys are working hard to play hard. And even this table card here, right here, says hard work ahead. So you guys are learning to take breaks and treat yourself accordingly. You know, if you work hard, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to treat yourself in between, you know, like kind of pacing yourself and setting like small goals in between seems to be what you guys are kind of headed for. So having a list of smaller tasks within a bigger task that you can set, that way when you get done with 1 or 2 small tasks, then you treat yourself to whatever reward you want. Then you get a few more tasks done and treat yourself that way. And that's really what I'm seeing for you guys, okay? So again, I do apologize for all the interruptions with your pile. You guys are probably experiencing interruptions too, and so I guess you figure a little bit of like, if you can't beat them, join them, type of thing, but still staying on track towards that final goal. All right, you guys, so stay safe, healthy, and blessed, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. If you picked the 3rd pile, you guys are actually the only group to get 2 of these astral oracle cards. So let's go ahead and get straight into your reading. Oh, but before I do just kind of want to apologize for the whole issue with my camera. I am in the process of moving, and I just had a baby, literally, not even a month ago. So things are kind of in disarray, but I did feel the need to make this video for you guys. So I said, yeah, let me just go ahead and do a little bit of a makeshift video and get this message out for you guys. So I hope you guys appreciate it. If it doesn't resonate, I do apologize, but come back. There are other readings that I have on my page as well, okay? So let's get into your reading. So the first card that we have for you is 7th house relationship. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, I love the pastel colors in that. Number 45. Oh, and this is Juno with partnership. This is very pretty. Oh, well, and that's actually really interesting because the seventh house, relationship and partnership. I mean, if that's not telltale, like obviously the seventh house is actually the first house that is considered like the one that is about the other. Okay, so houses 1 through 6 is about the self, and then once we get into the seventh house, then we start getting into, oh, that's a little pebble there. Yeah, so once we get into the seventh house, that's when we start having more of a focus on community. And here with this partnership, so it's making me think of, honestly, like I know it can seem like romantic with these two like lovebirds, and it could very well be, you know, because we have hand holding and like there's just this sense of romantic feeling. But if I'm being honest, to the forefront of my mind, my intuition is really touching on contracts, actually, and partnerships with other people, community, a sense of community and a sense of belonging with other people. And that's really what I'm kind of getting here. So you guys could be in the process of getting contracts signed. Some of you could be starting a new job somewhere and have to sign some paperwork. I'm also thinking that there are some contracts, some legal work that you guys have to do some type of negotiation as well, maybe some legal negotiations that you guys are getting into. I'm seeing that it really works out in your favor. I'm actually seeing like your favor, but it's mutual. It's not just, I'm sorry, this is like bothering me. Yeah, it's like a mutually beneficial agreement, because I don't see where one party is really getting over on the other. I'm really getting a sense of harmony with this contract, and it's really giving the sense of fairness and balance. Really is really honestly what I'm getting here. It, for some of you, it could be a romantic relationship, just kind of a mutually beneficial relationship where, you know, you've dealt with people in the past that would take from you. Maybe even some of you were in a mind frame where you took from others. Because I mean, you know, there's no judgment here. Like, we've all been in situations where, like, say, you know, before our spiritual awakening, where we just weren't in the right frame of mind for a relationship, and we just didn't know how to really act accordingly in a relationship, and just didn't know how to treat people. Like, I can say, like, even I have been there, where, especially if somebody is just kind of like a generous person, you know, you don't necessarily give back in an equal sense, like, you know. So, you know, this is signifying kind of like an end to that, and we're moving more so into balanced relationships, balanced situations that are fair, that work out in our favor and that work out in the other person's favor, you know, just mutually beneficial. Let me see if I'm getting anything else here. I'm really picking up a lot of springtime. So we are kind of like still in spring. So spring, summer months are really going to work for you. I'm seeing a lot of daisies too, like white flowers. So like this flower picture is not common, because this is an astrological oracle card. So it doesn't really speak on most of the pictures are, you know, kind of like spiritual astrological pictures. So like the fact that both of your cards have flowers is no small coincidence. Okay, so there's something about like wearing floral print or having like some dried flowers like on your person that is coming to mind. here that's going to really bring you good luck and prosperity when you're signing some of those contracts, or you know, when you go to work or when you speak to other people, that if they were maybe not looking to have a fair deal with you, it could kind of like change the energy of the room, change your circumstances, that could mutually work to both of you guys' favor. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what tarot has to say, what messages we can pick up from tarot. Okay, one moment. Okay, so for your tarot cards, I thought that was really interesting. What came out. So we have the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Six of Wands, and bottom of the deck we have the Moon. So that's really interesting because when this card came out, the word miserly came into my mind. And I've heard that word before, but I would be lying if I said I know exactly what it means. But I mean, it's given the energy of like someone who's very stubborn, very stuck in their ways. Maybe again, like I was getting that feeling like somebody might initially try to kind of put one over on you. You know, just kind of like looking to work for their own benefit. You see how he's holding onto this coin? So it's giving like a real selfish type of energy, just kind of like I'm looking out for myself, and this is all I care about. I don't care about you little people over here in the back. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry you guys about that. Like, my toddler keeps wanting in on my readings, and that's why it's so hard to like do these readings sometimes, but I really wanted to do this. Oh my goodness. But she's with her father. Don't worry. Okay. Okay, so back to our regularly scheduled program. Listen, if you guys have kids, you'll understand. But listen, if you don't have a toddler, a 2 or a 3-year-old, trust me, it's like the situation is not what it seems. Okay, if you don't have kids, trust me, you don't know. Like, I know before I had kids, you know, it's so easy to pass judgment, but you guys, she's with her father and he's calmed her down. It's just she's crying because she wants to come into the room, and she completely destroyed my reading for pile number 2. So it's really interesting because the moon was actually in pile number 2. So if you were drawn to that pile, you may have some messages in there. But I can tell you that this is a very, very different energy, if I'm being honest, than pile number 2. The moon here, the moon in that deck had a much more positive energy, but here it's giving shadiness. Okay, so like I was saying before, so with this person here, like they have like, you know, just kind of like the stingy energy and just kind of like looking to have something for their own benefit. So yeah, like with the moon being on the bottom of the deck, for me, it's kind of speaking on like just kind of like sort of like bad intentions. Because the word that I'm looking for, I can't, I'm at a loss for what it is exactly that I'm trying to say, but just kind of like shadiness. Basically, the person is kind of being shady, for lack of a better term. But I see here that you're coming in with a very charismatic energy here with this Knight of Wands. And it shows that success here is going to, you know, that there's going to eventually be success when you come in and you discuss something with whoever it is that you're trying to negotiate with. So it's really interesting because this Knight of Wands is almost like coming at this Four of Pentacles. So, and then you walk away from the situation successfully. So even though it starts off, you know, with this very like underhanded energy here with this other person, you know, you kind of come in and I feel like you almost like win them over in a sense, because a knight, you know, is a court card. So this is like higher in ranking over the Four of Pentacles, or like the person who's in the Four of Pentacles. And so like I see you kind of coming in, taking charge. You know, this soldier here, or the knight, is he's in like this bright color. It's just giving a lot of energy. And you know, this guy's like really like dull. He's like hunched over and just like not wanting to budge. And like there's so much movement here in this Knight of Wands. So it's like giving like this flow, right? So you come in there with like a lot of confidence. Look how he's holding that staff, right? And again, you're holding that staff again in that Six of Wands. You guys see that? And it's also in the right hand as well. So like it just gives me that sense that this is you, pile number 3. You're walking out of this successfully, you know, just kind of like something that works to your favor. And in a sense, it kind of works more to your favor in the sense that like this person wasn't even planning on compromising, but they do. And I don't see that, like, even though they initially were shady, I feel like you win them over and like they're not as shady as before in a sense. Like it just feels like you come in and win them over. And so like they will willingly, not willfully, willingly you know, set some terms with you. You know, some of you guys may have to like set certain boundaries too with some people in your life. So I don't know, that message kind of came out of nowhere. So you guys may have somebody who may be trying to kind of like control and regulate you. Again, I apologize for the camera angle, but you guys may have somebody who may be trying to control and regulate you and your life. Is kind of another energy that I'm picking up here. And so like I see where there is a conversation that is had between you and this person. Okay, yeah, so with this relationship card, it's initially it's giving me like a family. I don't know why, but initially I'm thinking like a family, but it could be like a romantic relationship, or like we said before, like something at work, you know, some type of contract that you guys are trying to negotiate. But anyway, yeah, so like there could be somebody who's trying to like control you, and try to like kind of like do underhanded things to kind of like control the situation and control the outcome in their own favor. And again, and I'm seeing here, some of you could be having a conversation, but there are some of the rest of you, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't speak, who are just, I just feel like you, your work speaks for itself, or like there's something that you do there's something that you do that you're just so good at, and you just build this reputation for being so good at what it is that you do, that the other person is kind of like left being the only person being like a hater, basically. And so like they have no choice but to kind of like give in and to kind of like give you your flowers, so to speak. So yeah, so that's all of the messages that I'm picking up from the tarot. Let's see if I can shuffle some tea leaf oracle cards for some additional messages for you. Okay, one moment. Okay, so once again, your pile came out with the most tea leaf oracle cards. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of them. Okay, so we have here Ant, Work, Achievement, Success, That's that Six of Wands there. Boat, money or prosperity through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Get out here. Money path. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. That's so crazy. Coins. You guys, it's so funny because you only have like this one pentacle card here, but like all of your tea leaf oracle cards, just about all of them are about money. So that's really crazy. Coins, money will be coming to you. Wow. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying before, you guys might be negotiating like some financial contracts. If some of you are like selling or buying a home, I'm seeing where that could be really beneficial for you. So again, with that moon card, I'm really picking up that some of you guys might have some messages in some of the other piles. So check out some of the other piles and see if any of that resonates with you. Okay, so let's continue with these tea leaves. Chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. Oh my goodness, that's interesting because I did previously with the tarot, I said you are walking away successfully. So yeah, so if someone is leaving your life, or you could be leaving their life. I mean, maybe you already saw that this person was kind of trying to put one over on you, and you came in there with like a plan. Okay, so like that moon, like I was saying before, it's like giving like a real shady type of energy. So there could have been like a mutual distrust between the both of you, between you and whoever this other party is. Like I said, it doesn't have to be one person. It could be romantic in nature, or it could be, I'm really getting like contracts. Okay, you guys, okay, like having to sign something. And unfortunately, a lot of these businesses, like, you know, they're all about the bottom line, right? Money. So, you know, when you go in there and you know exactly what their intentions are, you know, and you go in there and you negotiate something that works out in your favor, I mean, it seems like there is going to be like some financial rewards that wait for you, because of your confidence, and how you speak, how you present yourself, some of the terms that you negotiate to them as well, that works out for them too. So you kind of show them like different examples of how X, Y, and Z can work out for them, and it can work out for you as well. Okay. And you because of how they moved, how shady and shisty they were moving with everything, you probably decide that you never want to deal with them again. And so, you know, you kind of wash your hands of everything. Okay, and so this last card, oh wow. Okay, crib, a birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Yes, so like business, okay? So like business contracts, okay? Yes, so you guys could be even working out some like business contracts. I'm very sure I said that. I said a lot of things, and with all the interruptions, honestly, I kind of forgot. But yeah, I was kind of picking up, at least in my mind, if I didn't say it, that there are like some business negotiations and everything that you guys might be making too. So some of you guys could be starting a business here with this Knight of Wands. Yeah, for some reason I see the court cards in the wand suit as like very entrepreneur types, you know, just kind of like go-getters, like they're not afraid to like trailblaze. That's the word I'm looking for. Like the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, Queen of Wands, the King of Wands. I just see them as like trailblazers and not afraid to kind of like take their own path, to like do their own thing and start their own businesses, if anything, because, you know, you really have to go out on a limb a little bit to start your own business. Because let's be honest, like, You know, traditional cultures treat us in a way like we have to go to school for X amount of time. We have to get a 9 to 5 or a type of job for a steady income. And so, like when you start your own business, there's no guarantee that you're going to be successful. And then there's a lot of hard work, like with this ant card here, that goes into, you know, having to make your own business. Like you work harder than if you were an employee, and you wouldn't want to if you're looking for your business to be successful. And so, like, if you're looking to start your own business, you would probably have to like save up on your own resources and your own monies in order, you know, to have enough funds to get that off the ground. Okay. Um, yeah, so you guys, that's all the messages that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for being here and for making it all the way through. If you have, you know, especially with all the interruptions and everything, I apologize about that. Um, you know, I'm going to get my equipment set up sooner rather than later, I promise. And I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. And if you resonated with any of the messages, I ask that you please leave a comment in the comment section. Click the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.